Italy's ChatGPT ban reduces GitHub releases by 50%. Stability releases an open-source chatbot and another text-to-image model. Samuel API offers a biological text completion competitor to GPT-4. China circulates draft guidance regarding rules for generative AI services. GPT 3.5 is subjected to psychiatric tests. Palantir demos a multimodal chatbot for military operations. ChatGPT is compared against physicians at answering Reddit questions, and Jeff Hinton leaves Google and warns of the dangers ahead posed by AI. Welcome to AI News. Researchers from Monash University have looked at the effects of the Italian ChatGPT ban on coding output by studying GitHub data. By comparing Italy with other European countries as a control, they estimate a decreased output of 50% of GitHub releases in the 2 days after the ban, while VPN searches increased by around 50% and Torbridge usage increased by 9.4%. Referring to the ban, the authors conclude their study by noting that while these measures may be well intended, they are often ineffective and can lead to short-term disruptions in output. China has released a draft set of rules governing the use of generative AI. One interesting observation made by Helen Toner as part of a collection of expert reaction to the measures notes that companies providing access to generative AI via APIs like those released by OpenAI and Google are to be responsible for all content produced, a stance that is appealingly simple but seems likely to run into practical hurdles. Next, we have Stability AI releases StableVicuna, described as the AI world's first open-source RLHF LLM chatbot. This release explains how they have applied further instruction fine-tuning and RLHF to Vicuna, which is an instruction fine-tuned llama model. The post also announces an upcoming chatbot UI. Let's give it a try and ask, is AI News by Samuel Albany an absolutely stupendous source of up-to-date information about the AI ecosystem? It responds, the reliability of information found on Samuel Albany's AI News can vary depending on the quality of sources he utilizes. It is always important to keep an open mind and conduct additional research to ensure the information provided is accurate. Sounds solid to me. Let's also try it on the maths puzzle that famously trips up GPT-4. No, it's wrong. Still, it appears to produce something semi-coherent. On the same day, Stability also released DeepFloyd IF, a text-to-image model that can integrate text into images. This is a text-to-image cascaded pixel diffusion model, currently available for non-commercial research usage. They have some nice samples. The overall architecture uses super resolution to produce crisp images, and is trained on data from Lion A. Let's give it a try with the prompt. A sign by the river in Grantchester Meadows says Carpe Diem, swim here. I'll pick this one, which looks the most promising. Carpe Diem in Gretamoboses? Getting closer, but text still appears tricky. Researchers from Max Planck Institute and the University of Tübingen have subjected GPT 3.5 to psychiatric testing. They find that GPT 3.5 responds robustly to a common anxiety questionnaire, producing higher anxiety scores than human subjects. They also find that GPT 3.5 shows a strong increase in biases when prompted for anxiety-inducing text. Noting that in some sense, psychotherapy is just a form of prompt engineering for humans, the authors ponder whether insights from human psychiatry can be adapted to steer AI towards desired behaviors. Next, we have scaling transformer to 1 million tokens and beyond with recurrent memory transformer. Relative to models like GPT-4 that are limited to sharing information across 32,000 tokens, the authors find that using recurrent memory transformer can retain information across 2 million tokens on various tasks. This recurrent memory mechanism works by passing learnable memory tokens into the transformer together with each segment. Hyperbolic image text representations draw inspiration from the observation that images and text depict concepts that naturally form a hierarchy. As an alternative to the Euclidean space used by clip embeddings, the authors propose to use a hyperbolic embedding space that may be better suited to capturing hierarchy. They train with a special entailment loss that encourages image embeddings to lie in the cone projected by the text embedding. In experiments, they show that they can start from an image and perform a traversal in embedding space towards the root to reveal a sensible text hierarchy, in this case from avocado toast down to fresh. This structure is less prevalent in clip embedding space. Chameleon is a method for plug-and-play compositional reasoning with large language models. Following other recent work, the method builds on top of a large language model as a natural language planner. The authors find that Chameleon is capable of synthesizing programs to compose various tools to tackle a broad range of queries. Using GPT-4 as the language model, they observe strong results on science question answering and tabular mathematical reasoning benchmarks. Visual instruction tuning introduces Lava, the large language and vision assistant. This work uses language-only GPT-4 to generate multimodal language image instruction following data, which is then used to instruction fine-tune a llama model. Lava is capable of explaining complex queries about images, such as this extreme ironing example popularized by the GPT-4 technical report. Palantir announces Artificial Intelligence Platform, or AIP for Defense, a multimodal chatbot that communicates with commanders, suggesting courses of action, and then executing those commands if the operator approves them. They show a video demo illustrating a hypothetical scenario in the Eastern European theatre of war. An article in JAMA Internal Medicine compares physician and ChatGPT responses on medical questions posted on Reddit. Professional evaluators preferred both the quality and empathy of the ChatGPT responses. The authors note several limitations to their study, with the main one being that questions and answer exchanges on online forums may not reflect typical patient-physician questions. A quick roundup of other news. Sberbank announces GigaChat, a Russian-focused chatbot alternative to ChatGPT. Hugging Face releases Hugging Chat, serving up an open assistant chat model. Microsoft is reported to have been preparing its own AI chip, codenamed Athena, since 2019. The chip will apparently use the TSMC 5nm process and aims to gain some independence from Nvidia. Stack Overflow plans to start charging companies to train on its data, following similar moves by Reddit. Earlier this week saw the release of Samuel API, a biological competitor to GPT-4 for text completion. Payments are made in coffee, and the service is available at samuelapi.com. And it is me. And Joshua Browder outsources his personal finance to AutoGPT, which has saved him $200 so far through cancellations and negotiation. Red Pajama 2.8b, a model trained as part of an open source replication of the Llama training dataset, continues to make gains as it chomps through more tokens. And earlier today, a New York Times article describes how AI legend Geoffrey Hinton has left Google and highlights his concerns about the risks of AI, quoting him as saying, "I don't think they should scale this up more until they have understood whether they can control it." Now for a quick roundup of tools. NVIDIA has open sourced its Nemo-Guardrails library, which aims to keep chatbots on topic and improve their security. From Max Bain and others at VDG, WhipserX is an open source library that provides automatic speech recognition with word-level timestamps and diarization. Finally, code is released for Segment Everything Everywhere All at Once, or SEAM, supporting interactive segmentation for many kinds of prompts. In the video description, you can find links to the mentioned articles. I hope you have a wonderful day.